Hi, it's Hazy. Take two. What I was doing is right. So I was yesterday. I did this yesterday. Last night I did this, and I thought that would make quite a good video because that could be a page in a journal. You could stick that in as one of the pages, or you could do a couple of these, and it's got that on the back. It's got all these bits of ink still on the back, so that could make something of that. But excuse me, what I've done is I've used this. Can you read that? It's backwards. But I've used this rubber stamp. It's got lots of nice little words on there. You've got memories and inspire. What's that one say? It's upside. Oh, happiness. Upside and back to front. And what's that one? BETT. I don't know what that one says. Something very simple that I can't read. But anyway, I've got some inks I was using. Distress spray ink, tumbled glass, and I was using bundled sage. Now bundled sage is quite a dark one, but it seems to work okay. So I'm going to spray the ink on and spray everything else as well. But hey, spray the table. Right, and also this one. I think my daughter is in the room. She doesn't like to move very much. So I'm doing this. I'm just putting some black ink on here. Doesn't feel like moving very much, and it makes her feel really ill. She has got a heart condition, POTS, but I was like that with my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I just felt off. All I could do all day is just lie with my head on a arm of a chair. I remember doing that, and I was trying to play my guitar because I just got my guitar. Well, I've not just got my guitar. Actually, I had got my guitar for my birthday, and I was composing some music. So what I'm doing now is just putting some in my own way, just putting bits of this thing on there. It's believe, that word. I thought it was a T. Believe. Oh yeah, it's upside. It was because it was upside down. It's alright. It's there. It's believe. So, and I just felt like sitting there all day doing absolutely nothing. Because I just couldn't. That absolutely terrible. That was with my second pregnancy. I can't remember what happened with the first one. But I did feel I remember feeling ill, but I can't remember when. I can't remember anything about that. Anyway, my oldest son was with me. I was looking after him. He was 3.5 when I was expecting. Not 3.5, must have been 3 when I was expecting my. Hold on. No, it would be 2 still when I was first expecting my daughter. And that's right, isn't it? Yeah. And it was I've just felt absolutely awful. But I put it down to anemia because, I was anemic. But my daughter, who's pregnant now, isn't anemic, but she has got a heart condition. And she just feels absolutely terrible. So I've put some background rubber stamps down using this very interesting, I love that, word stamp. And stencils. That was it. I need my stencils now. Let's move them there out of that way. Right. Let's have a look. What did I get? I got all these like last night, didn't I? Yeah, all these. Right. So I was just wondering how you felt if you had a pregnancy. Yeah, I just felt terrible. I was thinking also wanted to discuss that we've not long had the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral. Now it's funny because the lady did say on camera the other day that she'd just known the Duke of Edinburgh and the Queen all her life, same as me. That's exactly what I said as well. So I thought that was really interesting. I mean, that's how a lot of people must feel, because obviously that's all we've known. Everybody up under the age of probably 70 something, that's all they've known. So what I'm doing now is putting some stencils in. I'm doing grabbing any and putting that, and that's a doily one. Can you see that? Yeah. And so I'm going to try not to rub it because it ruins them. And yeah, so I thought that was really interesting what she was saying. I've not used this one yet, otherwise it would have stuff on it. So, and then we was talking about, my husband was talking about Queen Anne, who lived, I think she must have been born around 1665 from what he was saying. I think she passed away in 1714, and she had 17 pregnancies, and she didn't have any children that survived to adulthood. I think she had loads and loads of miscarriages. She was the daughter of James II, and the granddaughter, no, not the granddaughter. Well, yes, she was actually the granddaughter of Charles I. And she was married to somebody of some prince of Denmark, I think he said. Yeah, so I thought that's really, really interesting what we were talking about. But it was like, I think she had one child, and I think he said he lived till he was 11. It's unthinkable. I've not I've not had any miscarriages myself. It must be horrendous. And what I'm doing is putting stencils down. I'm talking about something really morbid, but I'm just thinking how awful it must have been for her. I mean, even though she was royalty. I mean, I think she was pregnant. I think she passed away when she was 49. So if I got that right, if I did that right, I know she passed away in 1714. So, and she hadn't got any interest in politics apparently, or anything like that. Well, the poor woman just wanted to have a baby, I think, that survived. I think it was obviously because she didn't have a baby that survived. There was, and obviously I think it was all run by Parliament then. And but I think there was, she mentioned somebody called Anne, who I think as well, who would have been. No, I think she had two. Oh, I don't know. It was talking about something. Anyway, it's a very interesting subject, but I just felt so sorry for this lady who had all those children. Anyway, so on a brighter note, my grandson Ryan has just started his driving lessons, well, he'd have to use an automatic car because he's got cerebral palsy. He's able to walk, but with a limp. So it's all down his right side. So it's hemiplegia, I don't know how to pronounce it. I've just seen it written down. It's like the other words I've seen written down. Well, first saw written down like worry. Worry, I always pronounce it as worry instead of worry. And what's the other word? Bald, instead of the say around here. I know a lot of people do say bald, but it does sound posh for somebody around here. And but I say that because it looks like bald. But anyway, yes, my son was moaning because I've had to remake this because he was moaning on the video about, well, it caught it on video about the internet going off. It says, Mum, when you're uploading your videos, the internet goes off. Well, I wasn't uploading a video, but it goes weird. And when he's playing a game, does anybody else moan? I don't know if you get anybody like this in your house, moaning about the videos, that they can't play it because apparently you've got packet loss. I don't even know what that is. But, right, okay. Oh, my husband said this morning as well, which is quite funny. He says, I do watch your videos, but I know what you like anyway. Well, that was quite hilarious. So, I'm doing any little tunes at the moment. But he says, I know what you like. I know how mad you are.
Queen Anne had one child who lived to 11.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my daughter's just said. Yeah, I did not mention that. I think I did in the other video that we started that Queen Anne did have a child who lived till 11. I think that's the one that survived the longest. Poor lady. I thought so. So because apparently she wasn't interested in politics. Wow. I mean, that's not fun for her to want, to lose all the babies. Oh, that, bless her. Yes, my daughter also says that she doesn't. I mean, she just looked up that for me, but she doesn't feel like looking at things very much. I mean, I remember just laying that. I mean, it was like days of just putting my head on the sofa because I wanted to play with my guitar. I had my guitar book out. I had my learning some chords and stuff like this. And all I can play now, I mean, I don't know how far I would have got if I didn't get pregnant, but all I can play now is I can play nursery rhymes and I can play the introduction to We Are Sailing. I can play that really well. So I love that. So that's fun. All right. Perhaps put a bit more. I'm going to put a bit more colour on these. I think I've got all my colours over there. I think it's mainly walnut stain. So I'm using for this. I'm using three colours. Daubers. I don't what do you call these? There's another name for these. I call them daubers, but it comes up. If I say daubers on the video, it comes up as doorbells. So I don't think anybody would know what a dauber was. But that you do daub with it like this, daub, 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 daub. So you know what I mean. It's you daub with it, dum 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 dum, like that. There you go. Right. So I'm coming up this way now. See, that's a bit darker now, which will make that slightly different. I think what I do is, to break up the tedium of putting the colour down, I do a little song. Dum 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 da dum 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 da dum dum da da dum dum. Right, there we go. Oh, that's what I love. I love rhythm. I remember we did this thing, right, with some drums. I went to it's like for a treat thing because of my voluntary job. we went to a treat when we did, this one is peeled paint. I'm not sure if that's the one that's I'm using, but on here it's probably all sorts of greens. Right, but this one's peeled paint I'm using now. Yeah, so I love rhythm. We do like with this drum thing. We had a drum session as a treat, and I absolutely loved it. And then I think I can't, if we got the kids in first, because it's a children's setting. So what I do mainly is in the kitchen. I do the teas and coffees. Obviously not at the moment. We haven't done it for just over a year now. I think we stopped because of the pandemic. But I used to do the coffees and teas mainly, and the other ladies used to cut up the food and that. We've all got the food hygiene certificates, or passed those, which was common sense really. I've had it, it's the second time I've done that. Did it years ago as well, probably for the same voluntary job. Anyway, what it was this drumming man came in. I think we did it with the kids first. We sat there, and the kids joined in, and I was in the kitchen. I says, I'm going to join in this. Yeah. And the lady said, yeah, go ahead in the kitchen. So I sat there with that lot, and I so enjoyed it. And what we did was rhythms to things, including nursery rhymes and that for the kids. And then a few years later, he came back again, and we had a treat, and it's like a session. So what we do is have a treat, and we have like a buffet meal, and thoroughly enjoyed it. You just have to basically copy the rhythms, or you could sort of do the rhythms to. So if it's like got 4 beats, you can do 8 beats if you like, things like that. As long as you fit in with the beats, fantastic. My thing, that definitely is my thing. And apparently it's used in healing as well. I didn't know that. Not that the drumming we was doing, that's just general drumming, but drumming is used in shamanic, I think, healing, which is quite interesting. So I thought it was great rhythm. Absolutely loved it. Yeah. So can you see what I'm doing at the moment? I'm just adding, I think I'm adding a lot more than I did on the other one, actually. I'm adding a lot more. I don't know which one you prefer, whether you prefer because I've done a little bit of stencils on these, and done quite a lot on that one. I mean, what you could do, I suppose, if you had a photocopier or a scanner to scan those, you could make several different pages, which is what I might do. Such fun to do. Let's get the blue one. The blue one is China. I've looked at the blue. That's supposed to be the blue one. I've been using it as the green one, so it's going to be turquoise now. But yeah, adding green and blue makes turquoise there. But I don't know why I'm doing all this one. I could use loads of different ones. Right. So I'll use this one. I've used this one. I can put all this there like that. Get the green one again. And that's the peeled paint one. Yeah, sometimes I like to use every single little bit of the areas. That's is that the skeleton music? Not really a skeleton, but that's quite good. Right, so let's put that in there. That's one thing I didn't get to do when I was at college. I think because I was chosen when I was at graphic design, I was often chosen to do other projects, which was obviously good. But then I missed out. I always missed out on doing skeletons when you draw skeletons, because we had to do art. We had to do drawing as part of the. I did get a distinction in that subject. So I didn't do too bad, did I? But I'd never drew a skeleton. So if it marked me down for not drawing a skeleton, I wouldn't have got a distinction. But you know, because I was always busy doing, like I was doing. I got chosen to do a logo and some other things as well, because it was like if you're in the top 3, you got chosen. I wasn't. Do you know what let me down though? Computers. I wasn't very computer because I think it's when the computers were just coming in, and I was one of the older students, and the other ones were like teenagers. So it was when the computers were just coming in, and I wish it. I'd like it to have been manual. If I'd done graphic design when I was a teenager, then it would have been just manual. Like these are basically, I don't know what these are, square designs. I'm not sure. It came up as what do you call them? Arabesque. I don't know if it's all arabesque or it's just. I've had them ages. I never used them till last night. In fact, I thought, oh, that's where I put them. Right. So I'm just doing little spaces now. Just 1 or 2 little spaces. You can do all that, or you can obviously, do all. The thing. Right. And what I'm going to do now is fold it. So how I do, let me show you how I do the folds. This is how I do it. You can do it lots of different ways. But I always get the corner together there. Hold it between your finger and thumb. Come to this end with this end. Come halfway down there. Turn it over and do exactly the same. I've also got a scoreboard, and it will do the A4. Oh well, it will do other size. I don't know what the size is paper. We've got A4 this is A4 paper in the UK and Europe, and it will do other sizes too. So what I'm doing now is getting a brown dauber, as I call it, or doorbell, or I've probably got a dauber handy, so it comes up with Doorbrandy. So funny. I don't know what else I've said. I think I was checking to see if it came up with the actual word. It's auto-generated English, and obviously it's not heard of a doorbell, so it comes up with doorbell. And that's pretty hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, my son was saying yesterday that he wanted me to load, because I was loading up at midnight. He says, "Mum, don't load it at midnight and play my games then." Okay. So he does his what he calls his shouting matches. So he plays against people, and they can't hear him shout, but he shouts. And I mean, neighbours never say they can't hear him, which is good. So I think we must have quite thick walls, because I don't hear them really. Unless we're, oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? If you don't know any noisy neighbours, you're the noisy neighbours. No. It's like if you don't know anybody, if you've always got a mad friend. If you haven't got a mad friend, then you're the mad friend. It's that sort of thing. No, they're ever so nice. Our neighbours are really quite humorous, and things like that. So got two boys. Right, so there we go. That's basically it. I could add, let's think, I might add a couple of little rubber stampy bits in a couple of places. So what I'm going to do is just come in with the rubber stamp. I'm just sticking it. Let me show you what I'm doing. Look at me. Right, so I'm just sticking it on here. Like this, blah, 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 and all that. Just sticking it on there, and I'm going to have a bit of, do a bit of, in a couple of white spaces where it isn't. And I'm same, just doing it in the corner there. There's memories. And so I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave you. Right. And how many? I don't even know how many minutes we've done this for. Oh, that's good. Then it's only 25. Phew. Sometimes I do it for. I'm messing about for half an hour. Oh dear. But luckily this is quite a simple thing. So what you could do is either you could use them direct into your journals as pages. So you've got your, it doesn't make you put perhaps a bit more there because that will be in the middle. And you could also scan them or photocopy. Well, photocopy might leave an edge, a white edge. So scan if you can. And also, that's the other one I did. That one's a bit more. I don't know. It's got more. That one's got more stencil. So basically, I've done more stencil on that one, and that one's got more. I think what I did was really, really gently did that. I remember doing it really gently, and I should have looked at that. That was okay. Nothing wrong with that one. But you know how you can tell how I did both. So some are a bit stronger than others. So I thought that was fold. That's it. Quite a nice idea. So if I make a journal, if I ever show you how I make the journals, because I don't know if I make them the same as everybody else. But I always put, at the moment I'm putting ribbon on the back. I'd gone back to originally did it because I think my first journal was done with embroidery thread. And then I got some ribbons, and there's, I think to put in the tags, you know that tags when you got them sticking up. So I got some ribbons to put in the tags. I showed that one yesterday where I've got all the ribbons in it. And on the, I think it's a 3-parter because my phone kept going off. And anyway, I've nearly finished. So I'm going to say, please like this video and all my videos, please. Share and subscribe. Thank you. And also, I was just, so I was talking about the ribbons. So what I do is putting the ribbons on the outside, because it does look quite nice. I mean, I have managed to get them straight. I made one for my daughter for a journal. So basically did this sort of thing in her journal, but without all this. I did a bit of that, but much more gently. And all the same colour, on a colour. So I made all the pages like that, and I scanned it and printed them out. So anyway, if you scan full page, it should come to the edge. It does take a while. I mean, sometimes mine won't do full page. If I'm printing out digital from Etsy or something like that, I have to put it special paper, and it's not plain paper. And it works to make it go full page. So I lie to the computer. I lie to it and say, excuse me, but this isn't plain paper. So I just put that in. Anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going up for hopefully about 30 minutes, which it nearly is. And so that's how I do it. And also, what else did I? I've used a lot of white papers in mine. So I think if I make some papers first and then put some interesting papers in it, and also you can dumb them down by putting a gesso on it, or I like to put tissue paper, plain tissue paper on it, which has worked very well as well. So I'll say bye now because it's gone 30 minutes. Okay, bye and thank you for watching. Bye.